talk with me.
Monique, Nikkole.
Karl.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm blessed. How you
Good to
doing?
know. Blessed, sister, blessed.
Good.
It's good to know. Let's talk to him, sis. You living or you surviving?
Oh, I'm living.
Explain.
I get up every day.
Come on.
I got my health.
That's right.
My kids are good.
Go ahead.
My husband's good.
Go ahead.
Everything is good.
I love it. I love it. That's what's up, sis.
I don't
love
have,
that.
yeah, because everything else can be fixed.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Welcome to the Integrity Response with your brother CEO Khacki. Every individual sitting across from me doesn't believe in being typical, ordinary, or familiar. They're elite, meaning society's norms don't sit well with them. They believe in raising the bar for themselves, family, and for those they may never meet. From those in humble beginnings to those in the midst of greatness and legends who've paved the way. With a comedic edge, I will ask the questions that hold value, and I believe we'll gain insight to the real them. It's the Integrity Response.
Before we get into today's interview, I want to shout out our sponsor, Grand Moscato Wines, the official wine of the Integrity Response podcast. Look, it's 16th, but we created a link, $3 off, right? If you want to purchase your own wine, $3 off your entire order. Use code The Integrity Response. We appreciate you. Back to the interview. Monique, Nikkole, let's take them back. Let's take them back. Before singing, before songwriting, at the age of 9, what did you want to be?
Ooh, I wanted to be a singer and a bus driver.
Come on, that's what's up. Where did that stem from?
I have no idea why. I was so intrigued with like big vehicles.
Gotcha.
And trucks.
Right.
But that came full circle.
Real.
We'll talk
Go
about
ahead.
that later.
Go ahead. That's real. For sure.
So that's what I wanted. I wanted to sing, and then I wanted to have big boy toys.
That's dope. That's what siblings.
Yes. I have my brother Rodney.
Shout out to Rodney.
And then he goes by DJ Ice Ice.
Okay, for sure.
And I have my other siblings that my dad had from his first marriage.
Gotcha.
So I have 6 other siblings.
Gotcha.
Well.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Between you and Rodney, what are you for? Are you the baby?
I'm the last one.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what's up.
Can you
that's
tell?
Dope. Come on. That's real. That's real.
The brat.
That's what's up. The brat. Spoiled. Right,
Yeah.
right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's dope. So you was born and raised in Brooklyn.
I was.
Come on.
Yeah.
How was it like growing up there?
It was good. I grew up on a street in Brooklyn. Well, Remsen Avenue is a long main
Gotcha.
street.
It's one of those type. Right.
Yeah, and in Canarsie.
Gotcha.
And it was great.
That's
like, I had wonderful parents. They were strict. At the time, you know how it was. It was like, but
Go
as an
ahead.
adult looking back, you're happy for the discipline.
Go ahead. Absolutely.
And we had a good childhood.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So growing up, you actually, what type of child were you?
Very artsy.
Gotcha.
Always singing and
Come on.
dancing.
That's what's
And
up.
just, I don't know. I love to read and act and just and pranks.
Gotcha.
Oh, and I had a mouth on me. Oh my god.
That's the New York. That's the New York.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So
It's real.
but yeah, just a little toughy, but only if you brought it to me.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, I was just like chill.
Real. Mm-hmm. Your dad was actual firefighter, 30-year career. Wow.
Yes.
Come on. So that structure, that discipline, that unity, that he didn't play about his community, he didn't play about his family.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you had that upbringing.
I did.
Close knit.
I did.
Was it a lot of things that went on in the community that y'all was a part of as well growing up?
Well, like church
That's
and
right.
stuff
Okay,
like
for sure,
that. But
for
my
sure.
dad worked a lot.
Gotcha.
And they'd work tours where they would go and stay at the firehouse and stuff.
Yes.
So then you have mom at home
Absolutely.
holding it
That's
down.
right. That's
And
right.
She worked as well for Board Ed until I came along, and then my dad, he's old school. You
That's
don't
right.
need to
Absolutely.
be working.
Come on. I love it. That's right.
And she was just like working
That's
part-time,
good.
not far from home. And it was good. Like it back then, like men are men, but like back then men played a different role.
Absolutely.
Where it was like, I'm
the man
of the house. I'm the provider. That's it.
Absolutely.
Right. So, and he did kind of rule with an iron fist.
Real.
For real, like, but I never hit, you know what I mean?
Right.
Whatever.
No,
I was the
I know
baby
what you
girl,
said.
but
Right,
meaning he didn't play.
he
Don't
was a
bring no
man's man.
nonsense. Yeah,
Absolutely.
don't bring no nonsense.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what gave us our structure.
Gotcha.
And my mom didn't play either.
Go ahead.
Now she was the one that gave the beats.
Come on now. Look, same here, right? We used to have this joke. We rather get a spanking from pops than moms. Go ahead. Real.
All day,
Absolutely.
every day.
That's real.
You know, so
real.
Yeah, moms ain't play, but it was good. It was needed.
That's right.
You know, kids really crave discipline. They don't understand it at the time, but you do, and
Absolutely.
you need it.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, life wasn't perfect. It's never gonna be perfect, but it was good.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Were they both from New York originally?
My mom's family is from Barbados.
Gotcha. Okay.
My dad is from Virginia.
Got it. What part of Virginia? You know?
Yeah.
Big
Not
city?
Lynchburg.
Okay.
Not Richmond.
Norfolk?
No, maybe
Norfolk?
it was Norfolk.
Yep, gotcha.
That's it.
Gotcha. For
I don't
sure,
know. I was
for
just
sure.
drawing a blank.
That's right. No,
Thank you for helping
yeah,
me
that's
out,
definitely. You know it for sure. That's dope.
Yeah.
So that northern is all there.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
And she came to New York early on in her childhood.
Yeah.
Dope.
So she grew up in Bed-Stuy.
Okay, gotcha.
And my dad's first firehouse was in Bed-Stuy, 2 blocks from her.
Okay.
So that's how they met.
Gotcha.
She
Dope.
walking past the firehouse.
Right, you know how you
and
do,
like,
right?
Hey.
He said, right. Right, that's it. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
You play any sports or anything growing up?
Oh, I did run.
Okay.
And I was captain of the cheerleading
Come
team.
on now.
I almost
Come
forgot
on.
about that. It was so long
That's
ago.
That's what's up, sis. That's
Yeah,
what's
so
up.
that was, I don't know if that was a sport back then, but it's a
But
sport
it is, right.
now.
That's right. Absolutely.
And I was on the weight training team in junior high school. Oh, and I did gymnastics. I almost forgot about that.
Come on.
That was like early on. Yeah.
That's dope.
So fun.
That's dope. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
I worked at St. Mark's Medical Center.
Gotcha.
In Bed-Stuy on St. Mark Street, and that was like, oh geez.
How was that?
Yeah, I can't even remember the year. I mean, it was
Gotcha.
summer youth program.
Okay, gotcha.
Like New York City used to have this program where you could work, when you were out of school.
That's right. That's good. That's
and
good.
so I learned how to do like medical records
Come on.
and stuff like that. And I was like 14.
That's good though.
Helping
That's
in
good.
the office.
That's
so,
what's up.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. For your fans, for your supporters.
Yes.
Fill in the blank. In high school, I was known as the kid that.
I was known as the kid that sang.
That's what's up.
And then I was on the cheerleading
That's
team.
right. Okay, so you were popular.
I didn't feel like that, but I guess I was. And then I had an older brother, and my older brother was like DJing and rapping and stuff like
Gotcha.
that. So everyone knew me,
Right,
because of my brother.
Real.
So yeah,
Was he 2-3 years older?
he's 8 years older than me.
Gotcha. Okay, so he was really
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha.
So like. That's Rodney's little sister. That's
Right,
Rodney's
right.
little sister.
For
Yeah.
sure.
So yeah. So
That's
I was popular, but I didn't like feel that way.
I got you.
Like I'm really introverted, believe it or
Likewise.
not.
Go real in it. You're out of your shit. Go ahead. You saying something.
Yeah.
Like, this
Like
whole
I
experience.
I really like. I'm good like in my corner. I don't require a lot, But when I'm out,
Go ahead.
I'm very social,
You can know how to flip the switch.
right? But then when I'm good.
Right back in that shell.
So I don't like require to have like a lot of friends and a lot
Yes.
of attention and stuff like that. So like for me, it's like, I was popular, but for me, it was like, it was just like, this is what it was.
What it was. Real,
Right.
Real. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I knew that beyond certain layers is fake.
Gotcha.
I knew that early. So yeah.
You mentioned your dad was also a singer.
Yes.
So this is, certain things you said that, we're going to get to that too, but you said certain things that he went through didn't kind of want you to go through
Yeah, nah.
regarding this lifestyle.
Yeah.
And a lot of things he's seen. Now, what made me say that was because you're saying, like in a sense, fake or anything, or this industry, how it could be. So
Most of it.
Most of it.
Right.
Since most of it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. If you could go back and give your 18-year-old self some type of advice, what would you tell her?
If it stink, it stink. Like, don't just keep
integrity.
Go ahead.
like.
Go ahead.
A lot of times you don't trust that inner voice when you're young, because that intuition, it speaks to you, but you don't understand how to identify it at that age.
Gotcha.
And the writing is right there on the wall. It's red. It's got alarms.
Wow.
But you still keep running into that wall. So I would tell my 18-year-old self, trust your gut.
Go ahead.
It never lies.
Wow.
You know, and that's God. God is your intuition.
Absolutely.
But you don't understand until you get older and you kind of develop wisdom and
Absolutely.
understand what those feelings are that you have. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Real. After high school, was there plans for college? What kind of? Okay.
I went to New York City Technical College,
Gotcha.
but I was supposed to go to Virginia State.
Okay.
But my mom was like super overprotective.
Okay.
And by that time, my father passed away.
Okay.
So he passed away my first year in high school. So there was a lot of transitioning and trying to rebalance the house.
Understand.
Grieving.
Right.
Like it was just a lot of stuff. But she told me if I go to Virginia State, you're not getting no car. If you stay here, I'll get you a car. And I'm like, Ma, I need the car more in Virginia.
Absolutely.
Than I need it here in New York.
Right.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
So I stayed home.
Gotcha.
I went. I tried to transfer out of my I was enrolled for dental hygiene.
Okay.
And I tried to transfer into the nursing program because I didn't like that. And it closed.
At Virginia?
It closed. Well, I went to school in New York, in New York City Tech.
Oh, so it closed in New York City?
Yeah, I chose.
Gotcha.
I chose Tech because my mom wasn't gonna get me a car, so I stayed. She bought me a car, and I went to New York City Technical College.
Gotcha.
Went into dental hygiene. Decided I didn't want to be bothered with teeth.
Go ahead.
And then I'm like, I'll transfer to do my RN.
Gotcha.
At that time, the way things were set up, they had a lot of foreign nurses and stuff coming in, and the programs are kind of like full, so they shut the program down.
Gotcha.
Then I was like, I ain't going back.
Gotcha.
But I did go back.
Real.
But at that point, I left.
Gotcha. Understand.
And just went to work.
Understand.
Yeah, I became I worked for EMS.
Okay.
You know, driving the ambulance. Of course, I was trained to treat patients and stuff like that. So I did that for a little while and a bunch of other stuff. And then
just finding your way.
Yeah, then I fell into the department.
Absolutely. That's what I want to get to too. So from there, this is how you actually.
Yeah, because like growing up, they used to tease me in high school. Oh, what you doing this weekend? You gonna go take one of them tests? Yeah, they got a civil service test. You want to come?
Gotcha.
Because I'm going to go take this bus driver test. Back to the bus.
Right.
I'm going to go take this conductor test. I'm going to take NYPD. I'm going to take Nassau. So I just kept taking tests. And that came from my dad and my grandfather.
Okay.
He'd be like, listen, you could go to school.
Go ahead.
You could do all of that stuff. But take them civil service tests because you don't know what's going to happen. And at least you got a pension.
Go ahead.
Listen to Dad, the best advice I ever got.
Real, that's real. That's real. That's real.
The best advice. So, and then I fell off young into it. I started early.
So
early in,
early out.
That part.
You saying something people don't even realize, like.
Yeah. So I fell off into the best department that I could.
Wow.
And then it was safer. So I got called by Nassau County, and it's extremely hard to get into that department. Wow. Yeah, the test is crazy competitive.
Gotcha.
It's lawsuits and people challenging it because that's like they say like winning the lotto.
Wow.
So I got in, especially as a black person.
I was about to say, once you're in, you're in. Ain't nobody leaving until they retire. Like it's like that type of.
Right. So I got in there, and I was like, oh my God. But I'm sorry, I got a segue. In between that time, I also got called for corrections.
Gotcha.
In New York City.
Okay.
But I was tired of kind of waiting, and I moved to Georgia.
Okay.
In 97.
Wow. Okay.
So I moved to Georgia and then got the job and then moved right back.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. But and how long were you here in Georgia during that time?
Probably like, I don't know, probably less than that, like 5 months.
Oh, wow. So you in and out.
In and out. And then just wound up back here after I retired, which I didn't know was going to happen.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
So you always saw Georgia in your sight.
I did. I liked it here, and that was back when Club 112.
That's right. Go ahead.
And,
Go ahead.
And stuff. As a matter of fact, I got a job there. In between, I was doing medical billing.
Gotcha.
And working for cable. Like, I was hustling.
Right.
And then I got my little place. I was about to sign the lease, and I also got a job at 112, like doing like bottle stuff.
Right.
I never got to start. I guess that's a good
Gotcha.
thing. Right? That's a good thing.
Right.
Because the job called me.
Gotcha.
And I went back to New York, and that's when I started my journey.
Just like that.
Yeah.
How was that journey? This is a 24-year career in law enforcement.
Let me tell you something. That police academy for 7 months ain't nothing nice.
Wow.
Ain't nothing nice. And it was different for people of color in the academy.
Gotcha.
Blatantly different.
Explain.
Meaning you felt like you weren't really wanted.
Wow.
Like, some of us felt that way. Some of us saw things that, like, it just seemed to be a little bit unnecessarily harsh to certain people. But it's the police academy.
What would you say percentage-wise was African-American in the academy?
At that point, maybe
10%?
No.
Not even?
Maybe 3.
Wow.
Maybe to 5. If that much. It wasn't that many of us. But it felt awkward. But again, that could be my perspective.
Gotcha.
And it's not supposed to be easy.
Absolutely.
But
gotta be
like, some of the stuff seemed to be a little bit harsher than it needed to be.
Gotcha.
Women
with
how
many women were there based upon
percentage?
Right.
Maybe about 10.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, I'm thinking of like the whole collective, because
right.
you were broken down into different classes. Let's say you had like 25 people or 30 people in each class.
Right.
So about 10%.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was hard.
Wow.
It was one of the hardest things.
I was just about to say, you think it's one of the hardest things you had to do in your lifetime?
Besides losing my dad, that was like the hardest. But did it.
Real. No regrets.
Nah. Not at all. Not at all. It was the best thing I ever did, because it set me up for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying?
You would do it over again, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
I know you would. I love that.
Absolutely. Especially now, like, knowing what I know, going in,
Absolutely.
like, forget about
it.
Right.
That's real.
So it was good. It was a great department. They treated me well. I advanced to where I wanted to, and then decide, okay, it's time. Because I wanted to make sergeant, and I wanted to make a detective sergeant. And then, they were like, oh, you should, because I liked them. Like, it was great. I enjoyed my time. So they wanted to see me to keep climbing. But I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, 24 years is good.
That is.
It's like, I got what I want, pension-wise, numbers-wise, I'm out.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Your husband, was he actually law enforcement as well?
No.
Okay.
Now, when I met my husband, he was an entrepreneur. He had a shop that did like rims, tires, and tents and stuff like that. Right. So he was doing that then, but he also had school behind him, and he was a RN.
Gotcha. Okay.
With all kinds of specialties.
Gotcha.
So he kept his license active.
Okay, good. Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. So how was that? So now we're looking, let's go back a little further.
Yeah.
You started actually pursuing your music career while in
law enforcement.
So you've always been.
Well, even before I got into law enforcement, I was managing artists, and I'm constant promoting and doing events, and so we had a label back then too. Yeah, we was in, me and my brother, that
right, that's right, DJ. Correct.
Yup. So we was already grinding it out. We love music.
Is he still in New York now?
My brother's in Florida.
Gotcha. Okay, that's a big migrate. What made him migrate to Florida?
Tampa. After he retired, same thing.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't. Okay.
He retired like before me.
Right,
because,
8 years.
Yeah,
right,
he's 8 years ahead of me, and he bought a house out there, and then he had a contract, like with Homeland Security.
Oh wow.
So he was kind of back and forth doing stuff for them.
Right.
And then he just recently decided, all right, that's enough.
Okay.
And now he's full-time in Tampa.
That's dope. That's what's up. Definitely.
Yeah.
So this is so I know we get back to 2015 is when you released your first project, first single.
Yeah.
So let's go back. Let's go back about 9 or 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you decide, like during this law enforcement, everything you've been doing, helping artists, when did you decide to take it on your own measures to become an artist?
It was something that, when something is pulling you.
Go ahead.
And people are saying, what are you doing?
Don't sleep on your talent.
God gave you this talent. You should share this talent. And I had cause I'm an introvert, naturally, I had stage fright. So I had to really get past that and say, listen, what are you? And I did. Really? At that point. I became the departmental vocalist.
Okay.
For my department, so I was singing the national anthem everywhere.
Awesome.
Like it was
That's
so
good.
dope
That's
because
good.
you got to sing at these big arenas and stuff.
Look, that almost like God was training you, getting you ready for some stage that you
for the big stage.
Go ahead.
So
if I can put you here, I can put you anywhere.
Yeah. Go ahead. I was like, all right, come on with it, girl. You got this. This is what you do.
Wow.
This is what you always wanted to do. Do it. And that's what happened. Me and Michael Westbrooks, that's my brother. He produced a lot of my stuff, my Christmas album, my first part of my catalog.
What, is he by way of New York as well?
He was in Jersey.
Gotcha.
But from Brooklyn originally.
Gotcha.
But Jersey.
For sure.
And he's out here now.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, he's out here now. He came before me and we wound up both out here.
That's dope.
But long and short of it, we put this song together called Say Yes.
Right, that's right.
And Ken Bob co-write on it as well. And I put it out and it went to radio. It spread around the world. And I did a reggae remix to it. It charted.
Wow.
And it's just been kind of like history.
Up.
Yeah, because I wasn't really expecting it to do what it did.
Right, on the initial launch.
Yeah, just the first record. So, but I have to give credit to my back end because I already was managing. I already knew how to run a label.
Absolutely. And
song structures. And I was going to the ASCAP conferences. Gotcha. And there was a lot of things that were going on before that materialized. So I was prepared now I had the back end on the business. Now. It's like, let's get to this here talent.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and let's execute. And
it's, in a sense, like Carrie Hilson. I know the business. Now let's turn on to the artistry.
Right.
Absolutely. I love it.
Yeah. That book by Kashif.
I'm not sure.
Everything there is to know about the music business. That was the music business Bible at that time. It's still around.
Yes. This is roughly circa 1999, 2004, 2005, around that time. I remember that.
When he dropped it. But
I remember
God
that.
bless the day. Such a talented individual, just on a whole.
Wow.
But I studied that book book. Things have changed, of course, because now we're in the digital era. Absolutely. And so it's a lie. It just got a little murky.
Absolutely.
It's a whole nother thing. But yeah, that helped me to assist the artist when I was in a supporting role, and then I had to support myself.
How was that transition, putting yourself in the forefront? Was it very uncomfortable?
Very.
Go ahead.
It was very uncomfortable.
You like living in uncomfort, don't you?
You have to in order to grow. You have to.
Saying so.
Because ain't nothing coming to you easy. Everything is a grind. And, people say to me, when do you sleep? You doing everything. You doing flipping real estate. You doing this. You doing that. Your mother, wife, stuff like that. I said, yeah, because I want it.
Go ahead. I love it.
I want it. And if I want it, I'm going to go get it.
Absolutely.
That's it. Ain't nothing. Only thing that could stop you from getting something is yourself. That's it.
Go ahead.
That's it. Nothing could stop you but yourself. Excuses.
Go ahead.
I made them. I didn't just pop up and just all of a sudden. There's some days that I'm like, entrepreneurs?
Go ahead.
Some days we be like, yo, I quit.
Where's that white towel? Where's that white flag?
Man,
go ahead.
Trust me, it is hard. And, a lot of people, we look at the gram and you see all this That's BS.
Yeah, you see the highlight. Go ahead.
It's
you see the
BS.
highlight. Go
you
ahead.
didn't see all of that work that went in behind the blood, the sweat, literally sometimes the blood, sweat, and tears.
Absolutely.
When them contractors is messing something up and you got to go in there and lift something up or hammer a nail or whatever to get it done.
Come on.
Like, it's work. But I enjoy work.
Absolutely.
I'm a worker.
Real.
So it's just something that it goes hand in hand. You want success,
Go ahead.
you want to make some money, you got to work for it.
Absolutely.
And if when it come easy, you can't even appreciate it. And usually it's not even anything good.
You saying so.
Because good stuff don't come easy.
Absolutely.
It just doesn't. So, yeah.
Wow.
I know we kind of went off.
No, but you saying so because like even I'm just going back, even that, 24-year structured. You was itching the entire time, like, okay, this ain't, I know there's something.
Like I knew, listen, it's a means to the end, because what you do is you're going to set your foundation up, because I got kids.
Go ahead. And you have to be very wise with that foundation.
Right.
You can't be so greedy to where you're like,
nah, to
all or
where
nothing.
we ain't living
Go
in
ahead.
no car.
Come on, sis. Come on.
Listen, I get it. The whole Steve Harvey thing and all that.
Now.
That's
Tyler
great.
Perry. Come on,
but
we get it.
I ain't doing that.
Right.
Like,
Real.
Camping to me is staying at like whatever, Days Inn or something.
Absolutely.
Like, no.
Absolutely.
We're not doing that.
Not when there's a way.
Not when you could parallel both worlds. Don't let people tell you that there's anything wrong with working a job while you're attaining your dreams. I don't believe that. You need to eat. You need to have clothes. You don't need to be out there compromising yourself.
Absolutely.
For a position in this music or whatever it is that you're trying to attain. You could do both.
I love that. And you, as you, in your career, you started looking at it like leverage as a partnership.
Yep.
Not so much of them ownership of you. You started realizing like, oh no, I'm using this to fund my career,
yes.
real. Absolutely.
It takes money in order, you need a machine. And when you're the machine, you gotta have the oil, the gas, everything, the pistons, all of that gotta be firing.
Absolutely.
So if you ain't got no fluids in there in the machine, it ain't working. So you gotta be making some money somewhere. So how you gonna make your money? I chose to make my money that way and stack my paper, make sure the kids is living lovely. Husband, we doing it. Like, they good.
I love it.
So you risk what you can risk without risking them, and you come up. And it don't happen quick. Like, it takes time, so you have to be patient with yourself and allow yourself some grace. You're going to get bumps and bruises. People going to take your money.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you right now, you're going to get robbed, because it happens. I don't care what industry you in, you're going to lose some paper.
Absolutely.
But you fail, you get up, and you do it again.
And learn from that.
You learn from that mistake and who to stay away from and how to navigate in this industry or whatever industry that you're in, because there's snakes everywhere.
Real.
They everywhere. So, without Nassau County PD, the kids wouldn't be living the dream.
Come on, sis. Come on.
They wouldn't be having all the stuff that they have and stuff if mommy and daddy wasn't making sure that the foundation was solid. Early. Things start early.
Go ahead.
What they say, you fail to plan?
Go ahead. Plan to fail. Go ahead.
That part.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Monique Nikkole, have you always known you were born for music entertainment?
Yes. I'm going to say yes. Because, I mean, all I wanted...
No pun intended.
Right?
No pun intended. Go ahead.
It's in my blood.
Real.
It's just naturally in me, and it's in my kids, too. They got the music and the art gene. Like, my son is out of control with the sax.
Like, you're like, man, you about to be... Go ahead. Like,
so, yeah, it's in me.
You.
It's in my blood, and let me tell you, I quit 100 times. Y'all ain't know, but I have. Like, yo, man, bump this. Like, what am I doing this for? Like, I'm pouring money into this thing, and
Go ahead.
Things ain't popping. This fool ain't doing what he say he gonna do.
Go ahead.
Like, because although, like, as an artist, you can do a lot by yourself, but you do have to.
You need a. They say,
need a team.
Say if you what's the quote they say? If your dream doesn't involve a lot of people, your dream ain't big enough.
Right.
It's so true.
Right.
It's so true.
And as things grow, you have to grow your team. But the downside of that is that you don't always find people that you could trust. And you got to be.
Go ahead.
You got to be careful. Like for me, for instance, I'm in a new city.
Yes.
So now it's like, okay, you trying to get your sea legs. Who is who? You meet some good people.
That's
then
right.
Now you be like, all right, yo, what's up with this guy?
Right.
Oh, I know him. He's cool.
Right.
Or whatever. So we all kind of need each other to get ahead.
Absolutely.
Like no man's no island.
There you go. Absolutely.
So you play with those that play right and play fair when you can find them.
That's real.
And they rare.
That's a fact, sis. It's a fact.
The struggle is real.
That's a fact. It is. I'm learning. I'm navigating. I say this quote all the time. Jay-Z said it best 25 years ago. Industry shady. It needs to be taken over. It can be very...
It's very murky. And I think, I'm seeing that it's turning. Not as far as the dirt. The dirt gonna be there. That's always gonna be there. But I'm seeing as far as the industry starting to turn. And I hope that it keeps starting to turn to evolve a little bit back to where it was.
Gotcha.
I'm starting to. It's feeling like it's trying to go.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That keeps you inspired, doesn't it?
It does because, I came out here. I got my CDL and stuff. Sidebar.
For sure.
Because I always gotta go learn something.
Come on now, I love it.
So I did that. I started driving. I drove for like a year, pushing tanker. But I listened to the radio a lot, and I started to hear the re-emergence of good, not that that's bad music, please.
Right.
I don't mean it that way, but
I do know what you're saying.
Music that feel good again, like
soulful,
soul,
a little bit more
like
thought-provoking.
Some records,
absolute records. There you go, records.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, ooh,
yes.
Okay.
Go ahead,
listening to Sirius, and I'm like, oh, this feel good. So I think that the industry is gonna make a move back to talented people.
Go ahead.
Not popular people. That's the problem. We need to get back to talented people.
Is it because
it's
popular
social media. Social media has destroyed, to me, I don't care what nobody say, I don't think that it made it better as far as that's concerned. I think that adding that element of this viral thing.
I hate that term.
The viral thing, because there's a lot of the stuff that goes viral is dumb. It's dumb.
And it's here today, gone tomorrow.
It's gone tomorrow, but then labels that aren't really signing anybody, that's the people that they're signing, and they're putting the machine behind popular people.
For 6 months, and that's it.
Yeah, they're going to burn out.
Yep.
And then now what?
The cycle repeats itself until the good music comes back.
And that's what I'm seeing
reemerge.
Now. I'm seeing that happen. And I'm like, oh, I'm liking this because that's where I live.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm going to tell you, like, as it was going through that cycle and you're trying to maintain your, being an individual.
Absolutely.
Because you don't want to be like everybody else. Like, that's very important to me that you
maintain your integrity.
And you stay authentic to who you are.
Absolutely.
And your sound too. Oh gosh, we could go a whole lot of places with that.
Because
listen,
I've heard it.
Everything, not everything, and no disrespect, but like, you records, and they just start the same BPMs, the same cadences, the same riffs, the same runs, and it's just like, okay,
just with a different artist.
Do something else.
Yeah.
Do something else.
About 30 seconds of your time. I really appreciate your support. With every interview, my aim is to bring integrity and fun back to the culture, and I can't do it without you. If you're enjoying this episode, please hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. I appreciate you. Back to the interview. How pleased are you with the industry scale 1 through 10 currently?
5.
Integrity.
Real.
5. It's coming. It'll catch up. But right now, yeah, maybe a 6.
Would you sign with the major?
Yeah, I would.
Because you know the business.
Yeah, I know what I would need and what I deserve, and it would be more like a partnership.
Just like it.
Like it has to. Yeah, and at the end of the day, I'm not trying to go broke.
Go ahead.
You know, chasing.
Right, put it all on the table, like.
Yeah, like I'm just not. I ain't doing it.
It takes that, absolutely.
You know what I mean? But I don't mind. Budgeting and
that's right.
Making something work, because nothing works without money.
That's right.
But yeah, if you could partner with a major label, why not?
Why not?
Yeah, but I'm not trying to lose everything behind it.
Real.
Yeah, I'm just not. Then I'm pretty much in the same where I am, if that's the fact.
Right.
So it just has to be a balance. But having a major machine behind you, you're everywhere at one time.
Real. Absolutely.
So that's the advantage. Now you have to profit off of merch and other things and make that platform into something else. So it's a lot of possibilities with it. So I'm definitely not against it.
Real. You're Grammy nominated.
I am. Oh my God.
Come on.
It's like I be shocked every time I hear it.
I love it.
I do.
Tell the fans, tell the supporters how this came about.
Okay. So, Antonio Vergara,
right,
reached out to me, wanted me to do a feature on his album.
Right.
Now, I was all over the place, and I kind of forgot. And then he hit me back, and I'm like, all right, I got you. So I did spoken word on it.
Got you.
Now, I was supposed to do something else on it, but I had other projects and it just got a little crazy.
Gotcha.
So, I'm not minimizing.
Right, but I know what you're saying.
Spoken word, because it was, it's dope on how, everybody got together as a collective. And that's how it happened. So I did my thing, and I sent it to him, and it fit, and people voted.
Wow. Our
peers, not people. Recording Academy.
Right.
I'm one of the voting members as well. I've been a voting member for years. And that's how you make a difference. You gotta vote. You gotta be involved in order to, see your dreams come to fruition. You gotta get involved. So I've been a member, I guess, since 2020 or something like 2019.
So you left, on your way out of law enforcement, you've been really hitting the ground running.
Yeah, because I had already been preparing.
Come on.
I'm a planner
anyway. I love it.
Like
you're not reactive. You're proactive.
No, I'm proactive. I get ahead of a problem. You have a problem, you find a solution. We ain't gonna focus on the problem. We gonna fix it. But if I could avoid a problem or prepare myself prior, that's what I'm gonna do. So, yeah, so that's how that came about. The membership found it worthy, and it got enough votes, and we got a nomination.
Come on, that's dope.
I want to cry right now.
That is dope, sis.
Yeah, we got a nomination, and honestly, I didn't see it coming.
Wow.
I just didn't. It was kind of like set it and forget it.
How does that feel? Like just
amazing.
Come on,
because sometimes, like when you looking for something.
Go ahead.
It's just different when you just not. Like you want it, right? But you say, it'll come. And I attend the Grammys every year, even before I became a member. And last year was the first year that I didn't go.
Gotcha.
I'm like, I ain't going.
Why is that?
I was like, I ain't going. I ain't got no nominations. Like, I don't know. I was just like, I ain't going.
Over it.
I'm done. I go every year. It's great to meet your peers.
Right.
It's a nice week, whatever, in LA. But I'm like, I ain't going. I'm not going back till I get a nomination.
Gotcha.
That's what I said. But it was just kind of I just put it out there. And I meant it.
Right.
But I didn't know that when I put that out there, that you got to watch your words.
Go ahead.
I'm nominated the following year.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's how it happened. Like,
Wow.
And then when the nomination came down, I didn't even know. I found out on social media.
That's crazy. What changes? Just even knowing that, like, this is the highest regard, actors, Oscars, Grammys, recording
That's the
artists.
Super Bowl
That's the
of
Super Bowl.
music.
How does that, to know that you've been working and seeing that it's recognized?
It's crazy to me. Like, it is insane because I just didn't see it coming. Like,
Wow.
And it's not even like it's something I submitted. I actually didn't even submit anything for my personal work this year.
Gotcha.
Which is, I don't know, I just didn't.
Wow.
I'm like, nah, I ain't doing it this year. I'm not going to the Grammys. I'm not submitting any work. Like, nah.
And it happened.
And it
Wow.
happened.
Did the price go up?
Absolutely. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Facts.
Facts.
Thank you,
Go
Fat
ahead.
Joe.
Go ahead.
For that
That's
quote,
a fact.
'cause that's
Absolutely.
real.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Scale 1 through 10 currently, 2024 fourth quarter. What would you rate your grind?
Ooh. 1 to 10?
1 to 10.
20.
Come on now. That's real.
This year in particular.
Go ahead.
Well, actually, really stemming from the year before because I was trucking.
Go ahead.
I was doing this real estate thing. I was in the middle of a flip. I had contractors that were just doing crazy stuff. I'm on the road. I'm trying to deal with that.
Yep, same time.
Like,
you was over the road.
I'm over the road
Gotcha.
trucking. You know what I'm saying? And family to balance.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Talk about no sleep, bad tenant, and another.
Come on.
Just dealing with all
the most.
The most was happening.
Do you feel like that was like a sign?
I think so. Like,
in hindsight, right?
Yeah, because part of me was like, dude, like, why are you doing all of this? Like,
gotcha.
But I knew my why at the time. But then when everything was just hitting me at one time, I was like, yo.
Why?
Why? Like, why is everything like
Right.
happening at one time? I'm taking her to court and these contractors is messing up the place and they supposed to be out. I need to flip this property.
Right.
This grind right here was surpassed 20, 30, whatever. This year was work.
Crazy.
Work. But everything panned out.
Real.
Everything panned out. I actually wound up keeping the property.
I was about to say, you feel like that had to happen, seeing the worst sometime?
Yeah, and I think God does everything for a reason.
Absolutely.
And I kept saying to myself and to God, like, what is going on? Like, I need to get out of this property because, where real estate is timing.
Right.
Absolutely. So now the market is here. Now the market's stabilizing. Now it's shifting.
That's right.
These dudes is in here assing out.
Wow.
Y'all got to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like I'm not going to get as much as I would because now the timeline. So now it's like keeping retained.
Gotcha. Absolutely.
Now it's refinance from the hard money lender.
Yep.
Make it happen.
Absolutely.
Another thing, keep your credit good.
Go ahead.
Because if it wasn't, I wouldn't have been able to get out of that jam. So it's just a lot of things that you do early on that dictates what's going to happen later.
That's a fact.
So was able to do that. Now I'm getting ready to rent it out.
Okay, good.
So
good.
the grind this year, bananas.
Real. That's real. For sure.
Bananas. Yeah. So it's been a lot. And then that finished my my EP. Dealing with, I dropped 2 singles this past year.
That's right.
Oh, boy.
How was your reception on your singles? How was everything?
It was great.
Come on, I love it.
It's still like doing shows and everything else in between it all. So it's been really good. The latest single is Queen of the Hustle.
Gotcha.
And I had dropped that the 27th of September.
Okay, gotcha.
And I made the record 2 years prior.
Okay. Explain
and
that.
I held
okay,
it.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Are you the perfect timing or you're the perfect timing type person or?
The timing just became right. It became right because of the election and them taking away Roe versus Wade. But that actually happened during the midterms because if you follow in politics, then you know that was taken away during the midterm election.
Gotcha.
Right? So now here we are in the election season.
Absolutely.
And now that comes up again.
Yes.
It hasn't gone away. So that record was about women empowerment. And it was talking about taking away Roe versus Wade and about fighting for your rights and so on and so forth. So I wrote that right before they took it away.
Wow.
Because I was just like, this can't be happening.
Right.
1973, they voted this in. You know, we're equal, but women are equal, but we're never treated as equals.
That's a fact.
You know, and I get it. Men are stronger and stuff like that, and physically, and I get that there's differences, but you know, women weren't able to vote. Women, you know, it's a lot of things that we weren't able to do until much later. And then as a black woman, you're double minority. There was a lot of things that you couldn't do. So, you know, to see that the world is trying to shift back to this antiquated, archaic times is very scary for me, especially as a mother.
Yes.
You know, because for me, like, something can happen to me. You know what I'm saying? I still, you know, I could bear children, but the likelihood, that's not happening. You know what I'm saying?
Understand, yes.
So I have to worry about my daughters, my sons, and I consider your daughters and sons my daughters and sons.
Absolutely.
So when I made this record, that was the motivation behind it. Like, I poured my heart into
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, and it was just one of those, and I just kept holding on to it. My mom's was like, you gotta release that record.
I love it.
And she's like, you have to. You need to get on the phone.
Come on.
And you need to call Joy-Ann Reid. Mom, I don't know her.
Right.
And you need to go to MSM. I can't just go up there. Security's gonna lock me up. Like, I wish it was that easy, but she was like, you need to contact these people, and then Kamala Harris needs to know that you have this record.
Come on.
So, you know, we put it out.
I love it.
Yeah, we did the video. You know, it was well received. I think it's at like 267,000 views or something like that.
Come on.
And it's on Revolt currently, and I know it's coming to BET and
That's dope.
like other platforms. We're just waiting for scheduling dates. So listen,
it's bigger than music.
It's bigger than music. It's bigger than me. And I find that artists, we have a responsibility to also make conscious music. And I also feel that we grew up in a time, at least for me, like, I don't know how old you are,
39,
where music and civil rights went hand in hand. Music is the soundtrack to our civil rights and what's going on. And there's a record right there, Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. Like,
absolutely.
Come on, like, we need these records.
We do, absolutely.
We need all that other stuff. Is cool. I love it. Sure, I got red bottoms and lingerie. Hey, drop it like that. Whatever. I make those records too, but we need conscious music too. Like, we need it, especially right now.
Absolutely.
You know, and
Kendrick, We Gonna Be All Right. Records.
Those are the records
like
that we need, and we also need to get together as a collective, like really get together and organize. You're stronger together.
That's a fact.
You just are. You know what I'm saying? So that was the motivation behind the record, behind the video. You know, it's like scenes of protesting. My daughter's in the video. I reenacted making myself a black, what's her name? The Riveter. Rosie the Riveter.
I'm not sure.
Google her.
Okay, I sure will. I sure will.
Back in, like, during women's suffrage time, they had a character called Rosie the Riveter, and she wore a red polka dot scarf. It's like back in the 1950s, and like a denim kind of jumper thing, and she does this famous pose where she's like,
yes,
this.
Of course. Yes, I do, sis. I know what you're saying. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
I became her.
Dope.
In this video. So that's the story behind that for those that have seen the video. And it's like, why she got that polka dot rag on her head and she's in these work clothes and she's doing this.
If I'm not mistaken, that was around the time, like you said, around this time where women were getting into the fighting, getting in the workforce, everything.
Yes.
Absolutely, I remember that.
You know, and fighting to be equal, which we continue to fight. Corporate America is just different. Like, I worked in civil service, so we got a contract. We made the same money as men. And a lot of women will get blinded by the fact, because if you work civil service, you're an equal. But outside of that, in corporate America, men are still out earning women 2-to-1.
20. Okay,
right?
gotcha. Roughly, I heard roughly 20-25%, something along that lines.
Whatever it was. I actually did a paper on this in school.
Right.
I went back to school and got my bachelor's.
Come on, sis.
I forgot to tell you that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What is your bachelor's in?
Business administration with a concentration of accounting.
Gotcha.
And economics.
Mine is BBA with a minor in marketing.
Okay.
That's dope. So we were at the same realm.
Right.
That's dope, sis.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So, and then the police department paid.
Come on. That's
like,
good.
I left, my mama was paying, but then I got on the job, and I was like, I'm going back to school. Because the benefit is there. Why not?
Why not? You take advantage of everything that's presented. A lot of people don't.
You have to.
And I know there's a lot of people in the force that didn't even take advantage of that part.
You have to. You know what I'm saying? And because they did, because the actual force was very affluent.
Gotcha.
You had a lot of doctors, lawyers.
Okay.
Because it was Nassau County, and then it was affluent. Like,
okay.
the taxes were high, the salaries were very high.
Absolutely. So that property tax.
You had foot doctors that worked there, because now you're securing your benefits for your life, right? So they did. They took advantage of those things.
That's good.
And then remember the racial
the underlying, how
it was. Our folks, a lot of times, unfortunately, we don't know about the resources that are available to us, right? So, but now I'm working in a different world where you're being informed.
Go ahead.
So you're getting the information, but if you're not in those circles, or you don't place yourself in those circles, you don't get the information. So they took advantage of everything. You took advantage of everything that the county was going to give you.
Come on, I love that.
Yeah.
Do you have any kind of survivor's guilt, remorse of your success?
No, because, like, for me, the success is what it is. I'm who I am.
Real.
So I'm me regardless of whatever level of success. I'm that kid from Brooklyn.
Real.
So no, and I think that everybody has their dreams and goals and their levels that they want to attain. Long as you're happy where you are, I'm happy for you.
That's real.
And if you ever need resources or information, like, I give the game for free.
Real.
I'm not one of those like
hoarder.
Like nowadays, it's like everybody got a ebook and no shade. Let me say that, because I ain't mad at your hustle.
Absolutely.
But it's okay to actually help somebody and not charge them. And I know my business managers, I know he's like cringing, but we get into this like, no, because sometimes people just need to know. That's okay. It's okay. You don't have to charge everybody for everything.
It comes back.
You gotta give.
Like, one of my favorite quotes, I say this a lot, you want a fulfilling life? Give. You got this young person that is blinded. They not seeing. Take a minute out. Give them some game. It don't cost you nothing. It's free. Real.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that, I take that serious. Like,
that's real.
That's because people need to know. People lack information. I don't know. Sometimes people want to just hoard it all over here.
With us, do you think that's that's a thing? It's a thing.
And for me, like, I've always been a person that, like, I'm not a jealous person. I'm sincerely happy for people's success.
That's right.
And I think we need more of that. And it's okay. It's okay to cheer your sister on and your brother on and clap for them and like, that's okay because everybody's timelines is different.
Go ahead.
You can't look at this person and be like, well, why I ain't here and why? Because your journey different, man. Your road is up over there and you keep walking. You about to get that pot of gold.
Absolutely.
Stop sitting here complaining.
Go ahead.
Keep your head down.
And walk.
And walk your walk.
Absolutely. That's right.
And grind your grind.
That's right. Absolutely.
Right. So, you know, for me, like, I've always been like that.
Gotcha.
So the success is the success. That don't matter. That's a means to take care of my family.
Real.
Anything could happen. You could lose that tomorrow.
That's so true. So true.
That doesn't define me, who I am. I'm who I am. I'm a giver. I'm a nurturer. You know, I got love, man.
Real. Respect.
Yeah.
How did you end up on Netflix? Come on.
Lord have mercy.
Come on. How did you end up on the series Squid Game, the challenge, player 276? How did you end up there?
All right. So I have a friend that's also, she's a PR rep. And she sent me a link to apply for Squid Game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sis, I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
I applied for it. And then she's like, did you ever see it? It's the biggest series on Netflix. I'm not a real big TV person.
Gotcha. Same here.
Right.
Same here.
You
in your bag.
Right. Yeah.
You ain't playing. Yeah.
I can't.
Go
I
ahead.
don't have time.
Go ahead.
So, she's like, just check it. Put the application in. Just check it out. So I put the application in. I do the video. I check it out.
Right.
After I put it in. And then I saw what it was. And I'm like, Michelle, like, are you crazy? Like, they killing people. Like, what is this?
Right.
And I mean, I know they're not gonna really kill us, but
right. Go ahead.
Like, how we end up
Right.
here?
Right.
Long and short of it, they picked me.
Wow. Come on, man. Come on.
They picked me, and I'm like, okay.
Wow.
They put you through the ringer. Like, it's such an extensive background check and medical checks and this and that.
Mental, everything.
Everything. And, you know, they do forewarn you that, you know, we're going to be locking you in this room and you ain't going to be able to talk to people when you get there. My NDA is expired.
Okay. Gotcha. Wow.
So, so I went to London and I got there. And it was something.
Go ahead.
It was something like you in this room. They take your phones away.
Right.
They take your devices, your computer. Like the night before you actually go into the game, and all you got is that sweatshirt. That's
just like that.
And we got in there. It was sub 3.
Wow.
Sub 3. And yeah, a lot of people. It was bad.
What year was this?
This was 2 years ago.
You're 276. Are you familiar with Ashley?
No.
278?
Was she on there?
Yes. I actually interviewed her.
I know who you're talking about.
Ashley.
Yes. I met her.
With locks.
Now I know who you're talking about. Yes.
Yes.
I met her in, because we had to be in the same tent.
Yeah. I actually interviewed Ashley about 6 months ago.
Her. Yeah. She was. I remember her being very chatty. Yeah, and she's from out here.
She's from here, from Atlanta.
Yeah, I remember her now.
Wow.
Yeah, she was like,
Small world.
Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah.
Leave it there.
That's real.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So it was something.
Wow. How far did you go into the...
So... We were in the 21 massacre that was all in the tabloids. The group that made it over the finish line, but they killed us anyway.
Gotcha. Dope. Gotcha. But
that's what happened.
What's some things you learned about yourself during this time?
That I'm a warrior.
Come on, sis.
Like, I really thought that I was a warrior because I ran marathons in New York City to Chicago, the 26.2 miles. You feel like you're invincible once you run that type of distance.
That's right.
But having to be in those extreme temperatures for about 7-8 hours, whatever it was, that long, because although it was like 2 minutes in the actual movie, we were standing there and people were falling out and getting pulled out on stretchers, and they had to get their drone shots and everything else, and I guess people weren't dying quick enough.
Wow.
So they just kept us out there, and to be able to sustain
Go ahead.
sub 3 temperatures in a sweatsuit and some thermals and some Skippy sneakers.
Wow.
You gotta be a bad sister.
Come on.
Cause it's just no way. Like people are falling out all over the place.
Did you come back looking at, when you came back to the States, like, oh, it's go time?
Nah, when I came back, it was, I don't know, like I had to mentally kind of like come down from that experience because it was almost like, honestly, like having PTSD.
Gotcha. Oh, wow.
Because like I was having like weird sensations like in my legs and stuff like that. I mean, it recovered quickly, thank God, because I'm active and I'm in decent shape, but it was weird. It felt weird.
Wow.
Yeah, it felt weird because you had to mentally prepare yourself to isolate.
Gotcha.
And then you're in this building and you can't talk to anybody if you see them in the hallway. It was kind of like being in the academy again, because you couldn't talk in the hallways, but it was more.
That's right. Absolutely. Like boot camp.
Yeah.
Military.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it just was weird, and it just took a little while to kind of just assimilate.
Decompress.
Yeah.
Wow.
And but it made me understand how tough my metal is.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
Like I don't do cold like that, but I did that.
Wow.
And made it over the finish line, and y'all killed me anyway.
Real.
It's cool. Because I get it, because it's reality TV.
That's right. Wow.
Reality TV.
That experience. Wow. Mm-hmm. Take your fans with you through your recording process.
Yes.
Do you like recording mornings, afternoons, evenings, nights? When do you like to record?
I like evenings and nights.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like morning, like you morning voice, and you need to hydrate.
Okay.
And kind of like I need to just get into my groove. So I find that, and I'm more creative at night.
Gotcha.
Because it's quiet, and I don't know, like my mind is kind of settling into my creative thoughts and stuff like that. Because during the day, you kind of like ripping and running.
When were you born? What time of the day?
Oh, I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm a Virgo. September 16th.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm not. I don't remember.
Okay. I've been asking that question lately, just to see if it matches any kind of way of when you like to.
Yeah, I mean, I was always a night owl.
Gotcha.
Like even as a kid, like I prefer to be up at night because I don't know. I just felt more creative.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What's some things you like to have with you in the studio, and some things you don't want with you in the studio at all when you're recording?
Water.
Go ahead.
I don't really eat in the studio. I might have a drink, but I mean, and a notepad.
Gotcha.
Because I'm not really a like I put stuff in my notes if I don't have a pen or something, but I like pen to paper.
Gotcha. Classic.
Yeah, and it's just kids. Y'all need to write.
Go ahead.
Because now kids don't know how to write no more because all they doing is texting.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I have to have a notepad. That's a must. I have to have my water or some tea.
Real.
Mm-hmm.
Motherhood.
Yes.
Wife.
Mm-hmm.
Entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Recording artist.
Mm-hmm.
Songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
Sister to many. Are you making time for yourself?
Nah, I'm exhausted. I ain't gonna lie. I can't lie to you.
I asked that question because I know the creative is always
you're always going
in demand.
You're always going, and I keep saying, all right, as soon as I get this done, I'm falling off the map.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go do a health retreat here. Hasn't happened yet.
Gotcha.
You know, so I know that coming into the new year, I need to actually plan to self-care.
Real.
Like for real.
Real. Respect.
Yeah.
Speaking of self-care, you lost 40 plus pounds.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring it on in here.
Yeah.
So tell the supporters, tell the fans, what inspired the new fans, the new supporters, what inspired this book?
Well,
Simple Fitness Journal, 90-day journal with note pages, a simple plan designed to help you finally reach your weight loss goals.
yeah.
What inspired this?
My marketing lady at the time, she also formatted and did the design layout.
Dope.
Donna Lisa Johnson.
Right.
And she's like, Mo, you gotta write a book, a journal or something,
Right.
because I love her. You're amazing, and you did this, and it's amazing, and people have problems losing weight.
Go ahead.
And you need to share this. And I'm like, okay,
Right.
people are DM me, well, how'd you do this? And I just, this is what I did.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I just be like, okay, try this.
See people win. Right.
So anyway, she was like, nah, forget that. Just let's put it in a book. She was like, another thing, you stop giving away the
free game. right.
Maybe.
But
that's just,
you want to see people win.
Yeah. So you know what? She was right.
But it's a format. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's what worked for me. Like, I'm no nutritionist or, whatever. But I'm not a fitness professional. I'm a novice, but these things work for me.
Real.
And it's a lifestyle. So, it wasn't overnight. It wasn't overzealous. This is what I did.
Go ahead.
Just in a nutshell. I gave up sugar, but I gave it up little by little. Like,
absolutely.
Instead of having juice, I had seltzer water.
Gotcha.
Or I'll have seltzer water with a splash of cranberry juice.
Gotcha.
And just get yourself and train your taste buds in your body to operate without having sugar. Like, in the beginning, I would drink a little bit of Crystal Light with my dinner because we always had something sugary or whatever to drink with your dinner. Right. So I started doing that. Then after that, I wouldn't do that anymore because it has aspartame in it.
Absolutely.
And then Splenda, the best thing ever. Like, if you need to have some sugar, at least it's from a plant.
Absolutely. Cool.
So just making those little changes, but those little changes make big difference over time, because it's building blocks, and like anything else that you try to do, it takes time if it's going to be a good result. So little by little, this and that, giving up bread.
Gotcha.
Or having less of it.
Right.
Having brown rice, not white rice, having less of it. But I ate like huge omelets. Like, I don't believe in all that. Like, if you listen, if you don't have a cholesterol issue, I eat the yolk.
Real.
I eat the whole egg.
Right.
And I load it up.
Right.
Vegetables and whatever protein, whatever your thing is, put it in there. And I would start my day with that. And sometimes I'll have a little bit of oatmeal.
Right.
I have my fruit. But I was never hungry. Like, you gotta eat. You gotta feed the machine.
Absolutely. If not, you'll wind up binging towards the end of the night.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then on the weekend, if you want to have a little something, you have it. But like anything else, everything in moderation. So it's like, it's no magic wand to it. You have to actually reprogram yourself. And I would do the elliptical for 30 minutes, 3 times a week.
It's not bad.
40 pounds gone, 8 months.
Come on. I love it.
Like, no, not 3 months, not a week.
Right. You're looking
8
at
months.
Absolutely.
At the time, my son was
It's
probably
a pound
about
and a half.
7.
It's about a pound and a half, a pound and a quarter a week, which is perfect.
Right. So I was just...
That's a perfect amount of... And you're building muscle too, because you're high protein.
Right. So I'm having high protein.
Right.
On the elliptical, like, I do resistance. Like, I don't just get on there and we just do a cardio. So you want to also make sure that if you're on there, you're doing a resistance program that's going to build muscle. So you get your cardio, and muscle burns fat 24 hours a day. So the more muscle mass that you put on, especially as a female, as you start to get older, and your bone density and osteoporosis, it's like a lot of things. Everything comes back to what you put in your mouth.
Go ahead.
And your level of activity.
So true.
And that actually breathes new life into you and gives you a better quality of life moving forward, and a longer life and a happier life, because now you're not dealing with the brain fog and
Absolutely.
all that other stuff. And then after that, I started experimenting with things. Like I went vegan for a year.
How was that?
That was hard because like I just became more stringent.
You got your protein from beans?
Yeah.
Okay.
So beans, I mean, it was just so many things. Yeah, all kinds of beans.
Gotcha.
But I did that, and then when I started marathon training for the New York City Marathon,
right.
I couldn't sustain. For me, I couldn't sustain veganism. I added fish.
Okay, gotcha. Pescatarian.
I just couldn't. I just wasn't enough for the amount of miles and the training and the
losing a lot
lifting.
of calories.
Like I was like this big. Like
you was losing
if I turned sideways, you couldn't even see me. Yeah, it was just like I was getting gaunt.
Gotcha.
And so then so I went through my different changes and trying different things and what works for me.
That's
then my body composition kept changing too, depending on my needs, because like when I started getting ready for the video with Lil Flip for Red Bottoms and Lingerie, now I'm trying to get a little bit more balance. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So,
dope.
So now it's like, all right, a little less cardio, a little more weight, a little more food, so it just kind of depends on what you want.
That's dope.
And now I reached a point where it's like, all right, I think I need to lose like 10 pounds right now, but I don't want to be the weight I am there. Like I was small.
Gotcha.
Like that picture on that book, I was competing for Woman's Health cover.
Gotcha.
I think I got to the top 5.
That's dope.
I was ripped.
Gotcha.
Like I don't necessarily want to get there.
I know what you're saying. Like,
just keep it tight but soft.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
so now it's like, okay, what are we doing to now deal with this new frame that we're in? Yeah, so that's where I am now, trying to see like what we doing.
That's dope. That's dope. But you feel
I feel
even losing that 40 pounds, like your mental clarity, even to write, even to
everything got better. And you know what happened, which was weird? It was almost like an out-of-body experience. I remember walking past a mirror one day and not recognizing myself.
Wow.
I saw the person I was back like at 18. So I was like...
Right, like, what... real. Whoa. All right.
Oh, it shaves years off.
Go ahead.
When I tell you, like, do it for you. Do it for you first, because if you ain't here to take care of your kids and everything else, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter at the end of the day.
How can they find this?
Oh, it's available on Amazon.
Come on, that's what's up. Definitely.
Yeah, so
we're gonna put a link down in the description on YouTube as well for this book as well, for sure.
Yeah,
that's what's up, sis. Definitely.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Dope.
A lot of stuff. So I'm thankful for Donna Lisa. She's put it on me. She still do. That's my girl.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Just we gonna do this.
We'll do that, right? What's something you learned about yourself in the last 12 months, in the last year? What's something you learned about yourself?
Oh my God, that I'm still resilient.
Go ahead.
Like, yeah, because it was a rough year with dealing with all the things that I was trying to balance, and still, balancing your home life and everything else. Yeah, that's what I learned. And another thing that I learned is that when my back is up against the wall and the pressure's on, my brain still works.
You perform well. You speak. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my this ain't working well.
Gotcha.
All right, let me do my research. Boom. The problem got created. Fix the problem.
Do you feel like certain problems, things like this, help with your writing process?
It does, because you're constantly learning and soaking up information. So, and also about the relationships that's around you and your surroundings. There's a lot of things that this computer just it's just taken in. So it does help with your writing process for sure.
What's something you learned about those around you in the last year?
In the last year, that I learned that I got the people that are with me.
Real.
Like they really with me.
Real.
And the ones that are not, they're not.
Gotcha. Real.
It's just what it is. Sometimes you gotta take it for what it is, and not make it nothing else. Sometimes it works and sometimes it don't.
You mentioned in a previous interview your mom being one of your biggest supporters.
Oh, yeah.
How does that? A lot of people don't have that family essence that goes in this industry.
Right.
It's normally the stranger.
Right. Yeah.
How does that feel to have that backing?
It's amazing. My mom, she's not a yes man woman. Like yes man is
right,
the term,
absolutely.
Right. She gonna give it to you raw, whether you like it or not, and then she gonna commend you when you do something good. But if she don't like it, she gonna let you know.
Real.
And you need that. And although we may like bump heads, like, all right, mom, all right, I'll call you back.
Right.
I'm telling my mom, please, like my head hurts.
That's right.
But then you think about it, you be like, all right, what can I do different? You know, and for her being with me through life, just period, has just been a blessing.
That's good.
And I wouldn't be where I am. And I don't care where my mother is. She's in the supermarket, she talking about her kids.
Real. Come on. I love it. I love that.
Oh, I just told so-and-so about your Christmas album. And I told them that they need to watch your Queen of the Hustle video and where to find it. Yeah, I told them Google you.
Real. Come on now. Come on. I love it.
I don't care where my mother is. She could be at the bus stop. My mother is my biggest cheerleader, my biggest advocate.
I love that.
And listen, she ain't got no shame sitting up there holding your ear up, talking about her children.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
I love that.
She is my billboard.
I love that.
Yes.
Who on earth knows you the best?
Ooh, wow. My husband.
Respect.
My brother. I mean, it's a hard one. Like, yeah.
Everybody knows dynamics of you.
Like, those dynamics, I mean, my husband first. You know what I'm saying? But my brother, he knows, like, my mother, my God. Like, I gotta correct myself before I get on the phone because they know right away, just from the way you say hello or whatever, that, what's good?
Right.
Nah, what's good? That's my brother.
Real,
like,
real. That's real.
I'm good. Nah, no, you not. You know what I'm saying? They know. You know, my daughter.
Right.
Oh my gosh, she's so intuitive.
And your kids, how many kids do you have?
I got two.
Two. Is baby boy and baby girl?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Who's the youngest?
My son.
Gotcha. That's what's up. That's dope.
My son. Yeah, I got a 20-year-old and I got an 18-year-old.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, they both in school. But my daughter has this thing, like it's unspoken, and she feeds off of energy.
Wow. And
you can't
put it past her. She knows. Real.
Yeah.
You think you had that growing up?
Yeah.
Real.
I'm very intuitive. I read a room and feel energy, and I feel a lot of things, and that's another reason why I keep to myself a lot.
Go ahead. You saying something.
You know, like when you walk in, and I hate this about myself. Like, oh,
let me.
This ain't right. You feel it.
Absolutely.
He lying. She lying.
Absolutely.
Like
I know what you're saying.
They be like, Mo. I'm like, I'm just saying. I mean, you can do what you want, but I see the BS. I see it from around the corner. So now you make the decision on what you want to do, but I don't say I didn't tell you.
Real.
Yeah, I feel it.
What about collabs? Does that hinder collabs?
No. Well,
or you keep it on the professional?
Yeah,
that level.
It just depends, though. It really just depends on how we're collabing.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because you always professional first. Like you got to work. Like I could work with people I don't like.
Right.
it's work.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna
Get the
always
job
like.
done. Absolutely.
You're always gonna like your job.
Right.
You're always gonna like your
Absolutely.
boss. So what you gonna not show up? You know, work still got to get done.
Absolutely.
So you have to have a level of maturity. Understand? Okay, you deal with somebody to a certain point, but it doesn't move past that.
Real.
And then like I got a lot of layers too. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So it ain't nothing. I don't care who don't like me or whatever. Let's get to this bag.
That's a skill too.
It.
To even have that.
Right. Yeah.
That's a skill. I believe that's a skill to.
Right. But if you're like to that point where I can't make that compromise, then I don't need that. All money ain't good money.
Go ahead.
So there's like levels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't have my name attached to this person because XYZ.
Yes.
So I would never like put my integrity on the line to collaborate with something that's gonna make me a bag.
Absolutely. Respect.
Nah.
Respect.
Yeah.
Speaking of respect, respect or love, which one means most to you?
Respect.
99.7% of my guests have said respect. Why is that?
Because when you respect somebody, the love gonna come anyway.
Go ahead.
And I can't stand a disrespectful person. Like that's a biggie for me. Like, don't disrespect me, because I'm gonna give you your respect even if you didn't earn it. I could be respectful enough to keep things at bay,
right where it needs to. Absolutely.
Right where it needs to be. But if you cross me, that other, like, I'm happy, go lucky, I'm all of that. But once you get there
ain't no returning.
It's bad. Like, it goes really bad. And I make sure not to even put myself around anything that's gonna pull that side of me out. Because you've been there.
Real.
So you already been there to where you had to be like a insane, like, animal.
Know what you're saying.
Why are you gonna put yourself back in that situation? You seeing it. You know.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So respect. Always. Love me, you don't, whatever. Keep it moving. But respect me. Respect me, because I'm not going to disrespect you unless you earn it.
Come on. Real.
Yeah.
Time or money? Which one means most to you?
Time or money. That kind of...
Go ahead, because I love this question because it's together.
Because my time is money.
My money.
Like, don't waste my time. Like, I can't...
Go ahead.
You want to piss me off?
Go ahead.
Waste my time.
That's real.
Like...
It's like...
Listen, my time...
Go ahead.
Is a...
It's all we have. It's something...
Commodity.
It's something...
It's something that I can't get back.
And you can't place the value on it.
You cannot. And I'm serious about my family. Like, and my kids.
Go ahead.
I'm very active. If you pull me away from me just dropping my kids off or something like that for some BS, I got a problem with it.
Go ahead.
Don't play with my time.
Real.
I'm a straight shooter. If I could do something, I'm going to tell you I can do it. If I can't do it, I'm going to tell you I can't.
Real.
I'm going to call in my regrets. But what you get with me is what you see is what you get. And that's what I expect from others. Don't play with my time.
That's right. I love it.
Don't play with my money either.
Real.
But, you know.
That's right. That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. Absolutely. Let me ask you this. When it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Monique, what do you want your legacy to look like and feel like?
You know what? I don't... That's not a thing for me, honestly, because to me, it's what I do now that matters. Like, I don't care about what you think of me once I'm gone.
Wow, I never heard it put like that. Why do I care
about that?
Wow.
I'm dead.
Integrity.
Wow.
I'm dead already. It's so you be nice to people now.
Wow.
You do the things that you're supposed to do for your family and you leave them set up. Like, if that's called legacy or whatever, great. But my work is now, and to help what's coming behind me is great, but legacy, I don't know. Like,
wow.
that, I think that's for someone else to say at my funeral or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think about that.
I never heard it put like that. Wow.
No, because I mean,
And I love that. That's a
like,
poetic way of.
yeah, like, oh, I want everyone to think I was blah blah blah. I don't care, because I honestly, and this is gonna sound bad, but I'm gonna say it. And I used to say this as a kid, and my mom used to get upset with me. She was like, "You don't care what they think." No, I don't, because if I put my energy into what everybody else is thinking about me, I'm losing.
Go ahead.
Do the right thing, treat people right, and all that stuff falls in. And if you think how you think how you think. That's none of my business.
Wow.
I don't care.
I love that.
I don't care, because people worry about the wrong things. If you know you're doing the right thing, why you care?
Cared about.
Because enough people going to know you're doing the right thing, that one person going to look stupid. So you worry about them?
Person. Wow.
Better go get your money.
I love that. And not waste my time.
Don't waste my time. That foolishness.
I love it.
Call me telling me about, this one and now. I don't care.
Real.
I don't care.
Real.
Really?
Real. Sis, it is fourth quarter, 2024.
Yeah.
What do you have going into 2025 that you're working on currently?
I'm dropping my EP.
Come on, sis. Come on.
Turn of the year.
And what is the name of your EP? Okay, not yet.
I'm going to give it to you. No, I'm going to give it to you. Enigmatic.
Enigmatic. I love that. Okay.
Yeah, because it describes who I am.
Wow.
I'm an enigma, as my husband calls me. He's like, you are. And I'm enigmatic.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I
love that.
That's the title.
That's dope.
So I'll be trying to run with my joint.
Come on, right? You better right. No, but
it's
this is 2025. We're looking at the first quarter. Come on. How many tracks do you actually have scheduled for?
7 right now.
Enigmatic.
It
7
could
tracks.
change.
Gotcha.
It could change. I might add 1 or 2 more.
Okay.
But the artwork, everything is done. And the EP's done. You know, just if something just comes and I want to make a change, I'll make a change.
Do you already have a date in mind?
Mid-January.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking at 2 months, 8 weeks. Okay.
Yeah. So I got that. First quarter of the year. I'm gonna be on Fox this year.
Come on.
This fourth quarter.
I'm about to say you already been there a few.
Yeah, I'm
go
back
ahead. Come
again.
on, that's what's up. Definitely.
So Christmas morning I'll be performing.
I love it.
Because I have my Christmas album, Monique, Nikkole Christmas.
Come on.
So they have me every year,
I love that.
which is nice.
How was that, sis? How was that?
You know
knowing
what?
That
being new here and, just having that relationship.
That's right.
And, I like that they respect my talent and stuff. So, I mean, and it's well received. I enjoy it.
I love that.
Especially being new here. And that happened from 2021 on,
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a blessing. So yeah, that makes me happy. Like I feel like, oh yeah, girl.
In the living rooms.
I'm from here.
Come on, yeah. I love that. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
sis.
and
That's
Christmas
right.
is just a wonderful time of year too. And honestly, that's like my favorite work, like my Christmas album. I just love Christmas music.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that is dope.
Yeah, and for next year though, I want to add more to that album.
Gotcha.
Or do a re-release.
Gotcha, for sure.
There's more songs.
Definitely, do that. Do that, sis, for sure.
Yeah.
Enigmatic.
Yeah.
Top of the year.
Yeah.
Christmas album revamped.
Yep.
2025.
Yeah.
Come on, sis.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
What do you have for the new supporter, the new fan that's watching you currently right now today? What's some words of encouragement you might have for them?
Keep going. Keep your blinders on, because it's just a lot. It's a lot of noise. So, visual noise, audio noise. Try to just find your lane and find what works for you. Don't be afraid to try new things. And always stay true to who you are. Yeah.
Respect. Respect.
Yeah.
Sis, as tradition on the integrity response, if you could reach into that bowl, grab one fortune cookie, open it, read it to your supporters. Just like that, we out of here.
Ooh, I don't have my glasses on.
You're right.
Hold on. I hope the font's not too small.
You good. It's right where it needs to be, I think.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. That's what's up.
All right. Put that there. And I'm gonna be making crumbs.
Oh, you good. Look, yeah, let me see. I got this.
Okay.
I gotta start bringing this out on the table.
Look at me. This is the neat freak. Ridiculous.
You're good.
Learn Chinese.
Let me see. Turn to the back.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
A problem clearly stated is a problem half solved.
A problem clearly stated.
Yeah, a problem clearly stated is a problem half solved.
I love that.
Look how far I had.
I love
But I saw it.
Right, I love that.
Yes. Okay.
I love that, sis. I love that. A problem clearly stated is a problem half solved.
It is.
I love that.
And yo,
you said that. You said like
straight shoot.
Come on, I'm a straight shooter.
Yo.
Wow.
We got an issue or whatever it is. Talk it out. Sometimes it's beyond talk though.
Go ahead.
Some people is just straight disrespectful and they just deserve your silence, but that's a whole nother thing. For the things that can be solved and if you straightforward, it saves time
Absolutely.
too.
No beating around the bush.
Right, because what you think may be such a huge problem might not even be that big of a problem.
Real.
But becomes a huge problem later.
Delayed. Right.
Because you didn't address it.
Go ahead.
They grow tons of hair. Some of these
Wow.
things get very hairy. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things I tell my kids too. Like, tell me, just tell me. Just tell me. Just come
be
to me
honest,
and tell me.
Integrity. Be real.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Same here.
Yeah,
That's right.
because, you know, you go out there and say you get a ticket, you
Go
go
ahead.
answer the ticket, now the
6
ticket's
months.
on
Come on
warrant,
now.
now it's this,
Now you
now
get
it's
pulled over.
that.
Absolutely.
Now it was $30, now it's $500,
now.
and now you get pulled over, you go
Absolutely.
get a warrant,
Come
now
on.
you got an arrest record. What? Come on, that was a $30 ticket.
You saying something.
Address it.
Straight shooter.
Take care of your business.
Real.
That's it.
Respect, sis.
Yeah.
I love it, sis. I love it. I love it, sis. Sis, it's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
I appreciate we got to do this again.
Yes, absolutely.
When you drop after January, around that time,
Yes.
please come back. Let's do this again.
I sure will.
For
It's
sure,
been such
sis.
a pleasure.
Definitely. I appreciate you pulling up on me. I appreciate it, sister.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you. We are signing off 2024, the integrity response. Y'all stand by for everything she's done, everything she's doing, everything she's about to do. Signing off. Salute.